I've seen stories here on YouTube and other places on the internet about people experiencing angels in their lives, seeing angels, seeing angels in the rooms of dying folks, and just experiencing angels in general. Well, I want to talk about an angel touched me. Years ago, I was a cargo pilot flying a twin-engine airplane from Denver up to Billings, Montana with a load of cargo. It was bad weather. It was a cold front, so it was snowing all the way from Denver all the way up to Billings and further north. So as I was flying along in Wyoming, somewhere around 10,500 feet or so, maybe 12,500, I forget. I'm flying along and all I can see is white. White out in front of me, white down on the ground, white out past my wingtips. It was just a plain whiteout. So I'm flying along using the instruments of the airplane to guide myself. And I'd come to a point where I had to reset my course line, change it a little bit more toward the northwest. And I reached up and I adjusted the instrument to set the course line in. And I continued grinding along. Now, I was spending a lot of time thinking about a divorce I was going through and the loss of my child and my wife. Suddenly an empty house, so to speak. So I'm feeling sorry for myself and just moping along and watching the instruments as I was flying along. Instrument flying isn't hard once you get some experience at it. It comes actually about second nature after a while. So I'm grinding along, slumped over in my seat. That's all I'm thinking about is this trouble in my life. It's suddenly on the back of my neck, I felt something like a butterfly kiss, just a kind of a little touch on the back of my neck. Just barely could feel it. But it made me sit up and look at my instruments carefully and, and start thinking. And suddenly I look out and I can see the ground all of a sudden going past. And then all of a sudden, all of the weather was cleared out in front of me. A great big ball of clear airspace. And right in front of me was a mountain. I was flying at a mountain. I was maybe a mile away from it. The minute I saw that, it was turn the airplane off to the east because I knew that's where the flat country in Wyoming was at. And the minute I did that, or the moment I did that, the clear airspace disappeared, the ground disappeared, everything was back white everywhere. Back into the snowstorm. And I reset my course and I reset to change the proper frequency that I hadn't done in the first place. A very basic bad mistake to make. Continued on my way up to Billings and did an instrument approach into Billings and landed the airplane and got rid of the cargo with no problems. But the point being was that there was an angel in there with me. An angel saw that trouble was coming, and the angel did some little touch to me. And to this day, I think that angel is still hanging around me. Like it says in Psalm 91, I think maybe Psalm 91 verse 6, something like that. We all have an angel around us. So, that was my story, and I hope you guys have a good rest of the day. Thanks a bunch.